far corner of Triangle Alley, below the whooshing sound of a sparkling TR-3B, at the edge of a dark forest where lumbering beasts dwell. It's Beyond the Beyond with Tanner Rush.
Beyond the Beyond, the UFO Summoners. It's a quiet summer night in the high desert. The temperature has dropped, and a wall of perfect, sparkling stars dot the sky over the mountains in the distance. The wind moves slowly, stirring the sand, and the city glow cannot be seen. There are no noises to be heard, only the slow, intentional breaths of a group of people sitting silently, meditating. They are asking, wanting, willing something to happen. They act as a sacred thing for many, a pilgrimage of sorts. The seekers believe that they can call down craft from the sky, that they can summon lights through pure will and prayer, and bring forward extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, or some other form of life. Someone notices a light in the sky. It shoots across the darkness and turns swiftly on a dime, shooting up towards space. A man points a large military-grade laser at it, and it freezes. It blinks 3 times, and then disappears. There are hundreds of stories like this, of like-minded people getting together in backyards, on tall mountains, and in desolate deserts to try and prove the existence of life elsewhere in the universe. Some are conspiracy enthusiasts, others community ritualists, while some are amateur ufologists and spiritual seekers. Witnesses describe brief glimmers of mysterious lights, quiet forms moving smoothly at the edge of the woods, and abrupt changes in the atmosphere that raise goosebumps along the skin. Dr. Stephen Greer is a well-known figure in the UFO community. A former ER doctor, he is known for pushing for the government to release the information they have on the phenomenon since the 1990s. He has also said that whatever the beings are, they are benevolent, and he promotes peaceful contact because of this. Greer developed a set of techniques known as CE5 protocols that promote connecting with UFOs through concentration, attention, meditation, and collective participation rather than depending solely on gadgets or passively watching the skies. His method blends elements of UFO research, spiritual practice, and conspiracy ideas. It prioritizes belief over conventional scientific methods, intuition over nuts and bolts technology. But Greer has been met with skepticism by many. For his week-long expeditions, believers are going to have to shell out a tuition fee of about $3,000, with students under 25 getting a small discount. Is that last part a little questionable, or is it just me? Is the whole thing a little questionable, or is it just me? For those with a small pocketbook, they can download his CE5 app. He calls this kind of contact close encounters of the fifth kind for the low price of $9.95. Some would say Greer is a fraudster, a charlatan, a schemer, a swindler, and just one more person trying to make a buck off the people interested in this sort of thing. He presents extraordinary claims without proof, unless you count blurry pictures of supposed visitors as proof, and anecdotal accounts as evidence that what he's doing out in the desert is somehow grounded in reality. And maybe it is. He's not the only one to believe in this kind of stuff. Yahweh, born Ramon Watkins, is a Las Vegas resident who gained a great deal of media attention in the mid-2000s for claiming he could summon UFOs at will. By using passages from the Bible, he asserted that he could command things down from the sky and even demonstrated this supposed power during a live news broadcast. George Van Tassel was an American inventor, writer, and a key personality in the UFO and contactee scene in the mid-1900s. He had a background as an aircraft pilot and mechanic, and his interest in UFOs was sparked by sightings of unusual lights and mysterious events early in his life in the California desert. He claimed he could interact with these beings through prayer, meditation, and group rituals, and even built a dome-shaped structure called the Integratron, which he claimed was based on alien technology and principles of energy and rejuvenation. His work influenced the UFO contact movement and the New Age spirituality movement, whatever that is. A slimy pit of lies and deception disguised as peace and love that the subject is still trying to climb its way out of. But the walls are slippery, and there's always a new guru to reach out his hand to help, and then let go at the last minute. Be wary of these types of people, of the Greers, the Tassels, the Goods, and the Wilcox, and anyone who refers to themselves as a prophet. The prophets, in my experience, usually have devotees down the street releasing balloons they purchased at Party City. Maybe UFOs do have something to do with consciousness. In fact, I do think part of the phenomenon most certainly does. But it's a much more complex and nuanced subject, and probably doesn't come with a hefty price tag. Have you summoned a silver gleaming beam ship near Joshua Tree? Contact at Beyond the Beyond 1 on Instagram.